Tell me a little bit about this. I mean, you guys have been on the record before as saying that this is a really ignored segment of the market. Can you guys elaborate, please? I'm not under 5'8", by the way. I'm
no, it's completely ignored. No one is focusing on this customer, and it's a huge market sector. It's 25 to 30% of American men.
So wait a minute, hold on. If you're talking about a quarter to a third of American men, why hasn't this been served, guys? I mean,
it's hard to understand. I just was looking for a pair of pants that fit, and I'm 5'8", and I thought, well, there's plenty of guys shorter than me. There must be more people having this issue, and it turns out there are. And I don't know why. I mean, I think it's a bit of a stigma issue. Tall people don't like to talk about being not so tall in our society. So I think that's part of it.
For sure.
I don't really know.
No, I think that's right. I don't think necessarily the other end of the market, big and tall, has been served that well either. There've certainly been businesses in that segment for a while, but never doing it that well. And now there's development happening in that segment, and plus size for women, certainly petites for women, and this is sort of the fourth of those four segments. We're a little bit behind, but I think we're developing a really interesting thing here.
So as a customer, I go to the store and I just go, well, they either have it or they don't. I don't think about how it gets there. What actually goes into making these clothes? How do you make them differently? Okay, yeah, they fit the right, but what goes into actually manufacturing?
Well, fit is everything. I mean, fit is not to be, it's the most important thing, and reproportioning and remaking and concentrating on all the details that make something fit properly is everything, and it starts at the pattern. So we're making patterns with pattern makers, making samples from those patterns, tweaking it, trying it on fit models, and making sure that we're really getting it right. Because when something fits well, it changes everything.
Fit's been a problem for a long time in menswear, right? I mean, it wasn't that long ago that we were all wearing things that were oversized. Many guys wear oversized jackets. Yes. How do you actually convince a customer that fit is important? Maybe you don't have to for this group. I don't know.
Well,
no, you do.
We do. We definitely do. And so they come to us slowly. The ones who know it can't believe they found us, and they're like, God, that we're doing what we're doing.
Sure.
But others come to us slowly. They'll say we're poking around the site for a year, and they finally sort of jump in and buy something, and they go, oh, I wish I'd done this a year ago. Right. But it does take some convincing.
There does, and there's an education process that happens as well. Because a lot of the guys don't necessarily know. I mean, nobody's been walking around naked, so clearly they find clothes.
Right.
But they're wearing oversized clothes that are obviously ill-fitting. A lot of these men end up shopping in the boys' department to find clothes that fit, or they're taking everything to the tailor, which costs a fortune.
Right.
So when they actually find clothes that fit, because they don't necessarily know they're wearing ill-fitting clothes, it's a little bit of a process for them. Sometimes they feel it's a little bit tight, for example, and you have to say, listen, you look great. It's not tight at all. You'll get used to it. And then when they do, they find they really like it, and they actually can't go back to wearing the old stuff.
That's a very hands-on kind of thing, but you guys sell shirts, so how do you kind of go that last mile?
We try to communicate to them in all the ways we can. We're here today. Right. Wherever we can tell our story, we do. And through our site, we make sure that we're communicating in ways and that they feel like they can reach us and respond to them. And so as we grow, it gets harder and harder. But I try to respond to every customer who has a question.
Sure.
And so that's why. And that's what's been exciting about being an online company, is that it's ours and the response is ours. Letting it out to other stores, I don't think we'd do that.